pay for hoes, just to lay with hoes. Relax one night.
Alright, y'all, so today we are reacting to why thug maxing will not make you more attractive. Now, the one thing I will say that it is okay to be yourself, and you will appeal to more people if you just are yourself. You don't gotta try to act like something you're not. And if you are trying to thug it, it will 99% of the time lead you to two places. It's gonna lead you being offed in the ground, or it's gonna lead you in prison. And you don't want to be at any of those places. You want to grow old, you want to enjoy your life, go on vacations, get your bread, and do all that. You feel me? So don't try to be nothing you're not. Let's get right into this video. Come on.
Alright, bro. I think it's finally time we talk about thug maxing. Like, bro, this shit getting out of hand, and it's kind of been running rampant for this last couple years. Like, bro, why the fuck is this nigga Drake throwing up gang signs? Like, when?
Yeah, that's something that I never understood. Like, why does Drake be trying to thug it? Like, brother, you're from Degrassi. Like, I know it ain't Disney Channel, but you're still from Degrassi. You're that same. I mean, he was in a wheelchair on Degrassi. Like that. I never understood why he be trying to thug it, but you feel me? I guess you gotta do what you gotta do to to get them plays.
Nigga in the game. And why is he like doing this facial expression with the gang sign? What the fuck? Like, bruh, this nigga was just in a wheelchair.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and bro, Drake be trying to be an IG model and thug it at the same time and be off Degrassi. Like, I don't know. That's just something that I'm never gonna get ever.
Why is this hyper successful multi-millionaire trying to convince me that he's a gang member? And Drake really not even the worst instance of thug maxing that we see out of these celebrities. Of course, we got the infamous
King gotta be the worst. King gotta be the worst.
Wig shiestied up with the eyebrow slit. Like, I never seen a nigga rock the shiesty with the eyebrow slit. I'm not gonna lie, bruh. This nigga might be the 2024 Thug Maxer of the Year. I want y'all to understand. This nigga was willing to throw away his whole NBA career to look like a thug. That's some real life dedication, bro. Y'all really gotta think. They suspended this nigga for being in the club with a gun, and then he apologized and was on live in the car with a gun the very next day. This nigga just don't give a fuck. But he was half-stepping, like he still gave a little apology and shit. He wasn't willing to really throw his whole career away. But Mikey Williamson, this nigga earned it. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga got it. Like,
hey, bro. Mikey used to be on top of the world. Like, Mikey was on top of the world, bro. He was the most famous person in high school, bro. And this is one that I don't even understand more. Like, he was young, but why would you feel me? Allegedly, why would you shoot someone's car up, brother? You are a basketball player. You're a basketball player. And not saying that basketball players can't be harder gangster, but, like, you feel me? Like, he was on top of the world. You didn't even get through college yet.
Gangsta of the Year, Ja Morant might have gotten into a little tussle, but this nigga Mikey Williamson really shot at people. He really derailed his entire career to thug max. But look, bro, all jokes aside, this thug maxing shit is not it. I ain't gonna lie, in the short term, it'll work. But long term, it's gonna leave you broke, stressed, or in real life danger. Like, bruh, does that sound like an equal trade for a little bit more girls? If you're on the fence about thug maxing, watch to the end of this video as I explain why it seems to work, why it's a losing strategy, and what you should be doing instead. But before we get into it, bruh, y'all already know the drill. I need y'all to go ahead and like the video. Just think about it, bruh. After watching this video, you'll fully understand the appeal of thug maxing and know how to get similar results without literally having to throw your life away. But alright, I'm gonna assume everybody went ahead and liked the video by now, so let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, for those of you who don't know, we gotta define what thug maxing is. I know that y'all aren't no dumbass niggas, so I think y'all probably already made that connection just based on the context clues. But I know it's probably one nigga out there that just couldn't connect the dots. Basically, thug maxing is when guys who are not street whatsoever all of a sudden just adopts this street or thuggish persona.
Hey, I don't support anything that 6ix9ine ever had going on, but the one thing I will say is 6ix9ine was from the hood. Brother was from the hood. You can't take that from him. Not saying he wasn't trying to be something he wasn't, because he for sure was trying to do that. But Tekashi 6ix9ine was from the hood. He was from New York. He was from the Bronx. You feel me? He was from the hood.
Aesthetic with the goal of increasing their attractiveness. Now, if you're in high school right now, you probably have some pretty good examples of that. That period of time is really when the thug maxing starts to kick in. All of a sudden, you look around and your school is full of niggas who swear they're young boy. Like, bro, you're not young boy. You're young and bitchless. But nah, though, somebody that's thug maxing might start dressing a little bit more edgy, a little bit more dangerous, maybe a shy.
Hey, yo, and I know it's kind of I can't talk. I know it's kind of ironic that I'm on here watching this thug maxing video while wearing a shiesty on my head, And I promise you, it's because my barber chopped my shit and my shit's too short. Alright? So that's why I'm wearing this. And I mean, I kind of do think it's hard. Y'all let me know. You feel me? I used to wear these. I mean, we all had our days, but yeah, this shit is because my shit's chopped right now. So y'all ignore that. I promise you, it's ironic, but you feel me? I ain't trying to be nothing. I'm not. Still poppy if you try.
Nike tag, basically being a drill rapper would wear. You might notice a shift in behavior. They might become a little bit more aggressive, dominant, or rebellious. Like all of a sudden they want to slap box in front of the females, or they start like overly chasing smoke with teachers for no reason, trying to be overly tough all the time. Basically, they just start mimicking their favorite rapper or gangster or whoever they done seen act out in some type of thuggish way. Typically, it's YoungBoy. Like, I don't know what's in YoungBoy music.
It's cause YoungBoy do. YoungBoy wants you. YoungBoy makes you want to spin the block. I'm not gonna lie, bro. My favorite rapper being YoungBoy for years and years and years. I'm 22 now, bro. I was a freshman slapping YoungBoy. Like that's been my favorite rapper. I used to, you feel me? I used to get in arguments about him being the greatest rapper alive right now, type shit. Like I was a YB supporter. You feel me? And there is something about his music that. Ain't no way my dog is just laying on my clean clothes right now. But nah, there is something about his music that makes you want to spin the block. And that's facts, you feel me? It makes you want to spin the block, and everyone says that.
Niggas want to be him so bad, but that's like the default nigga that the Thug Maxers kind of emulate. Bruh, now that I'm thinking about it, this nigga Ja Morant and Mikey Williamson was both heavily into YoungBoy. Have y'all noticed that? Like, now that I'm thinking about it, even niggas in real life that I know who be Thug Maxing got that shit from YoungBoy. But yeah, bruh, the logic behind Thug Maxing is that certain females are naturally attracted to dominant, dangerous, and rebellious guys. And I'm not gonna lie, this is true. Like, from a psychological standpoint, women are heavily attracted to guys with these traits, but just because it can get you some more short-term hoes doesn't mean you should do it. There's also multiple backdraws to this method of pulling.
That shit's finna get you short-term hoes, but that shit's finna get you killed or locked up. You feel me? Then you're gonna be somebody's hoe. Like I'd rather get a couple less bitches out here when I'm free than get mad bitches, just any bitch. I mean, regardless, I've always gotten females. I'm not gonna like. Let me stop. But nah, what I was saying is I'd rather get less females out here and not have to thug max, than get locked up going there, and then you possibly gonna be somebody's bitch. You feel me? Not saying I'll be nobody's bitch if I got locked up. That's not happening. Feel me? That would never happen. Nothing like that. But it's a possibility. You feel me? Not everybody. It's a possibility. I'm yapping. Let me stop. Alright, y'all, if you made it this far, I am guessing you do enjoy this content, so go over there to my main channel, Theron Forex, where I do the pranks, vlogs, and lifestyle stuff like that. The channel is starting to pop. We are approaching 700 subscribers, so do me a solid, go over there, binge those videos, and subscribe. At 1,000 subscribers, I am going to do a large giveaway, so I love y'all. Get over there. Come on.
Damn near negates all the benefits. Also, you can display most of these thug maxing traits without even being a thug. Like, you literally can get most of the benefits without necessarily having to maintain this thuggish persona and basically throw your life away. To understand how we can circumvent having to do this loser ass thug max shit, we first gotta understand why exactly it works for getting girls. Then we can kind of reverse engineer the method, you know what I'm saying? We can kind of take what works, leave what don't. So to understand why thug maxing works, we gotta analyze what women are attracted to, which are mainly guys who are masculine, physically dominant, and confident. With this in mind, it's really no wonder why the bad boy, hood nigga archetype has always had an appeal. Whether we're looking at movies, TV shows, the music industry, or regular hood niggas in real life, this seems to be like a constant in all forms of media. It's like a law of physics. If you're a hood nigga or a bad boy, depending on race, you're gonna get bitches. And this really isn't a surprise when you dive deeper into what women are attracted to. Of course, the baseline masculinity, physical dominance, confidence, but even more than that, thugs typically have a higher level of social proof and status. Not necessarily in the long term of life, but maybe inside like isolated social scenarios. For instance, instance, if a guy is walking around your school and he's like overly tough and aggressive to the point where he's intimidating other guys, some females will view that as a sign of power and control. And obviously this leads to him having a higher level of social proof and status. Cause you gotta think, a girl is not finna see a guy acting out like that and actually think about it logically and be like, yo, like, why is this nigga tripping all the time? Females are just biologically wired to be attracted to guys who are hyper masculine. And that's how they perceive the guys who is just like overly aggressive, wanna be young boy and shit. You gotta also factor in, bro, females love excitement.
We all know that one person that grew up being the biggest hoe, bro. Being the biggest hoe in school, bro. Squeakiest voice, biggest hoe, scared of everything. You feel me? They're not saying they wasn't cool. Like, I done had a lot of homies that were little hoes in elementary school, middle school. These boys get to high school and think that they are the biggest thug out. They get to high school thinking that they're living fucking straight. They're from straight out of Compton in the 90s, feel me? Like, I'm just being real. They think that they are in Compton in the 90s. Like, they think that their acquaintances and ops is fucking Eazy-E and fucking Suge Knight and shit. And they go home to their 2-story crib and get their ass whipped by their parents.
And drama. At this point, bro, we should all know that boring a female is like the #1 way to lose her. So using that same logic, we know that some excitement and drama is a pretty good way to get or retain girls.
Hey, y'all think Lil Baby fell off? Let me know in the comments.
This shit is literally in an old ass song. Girls just want to have fun. Like, bro, it's been true for decades. There's even newer songs coming out echoing this same sentiment. The main one that come to mind right now is Blick Song by Lotto. Like, the first lines of the song literally say, I don't trust no man without no blicky, cause when shit gets sticky, where the fuck that blicky at? This shit is actually so crazy to me. Like, bro, what is she talking about? She literally activating all the thug matching niggas around the globe. Like, I thought this shit was crazy before, but now the thug matching rates really finna be through the roof. But yeah, bro, females, especially those that grew up around this type culture, seem to be drawn to the excitement and chaos of dating hood type niggas. Like, bro, I just seen this clip of Lil Baby X talking about how her nigga gotta have a little bit of hood in him. Like, bro, she literally had a whole ass failed relationship with a hood nigga, and she still wants a nigga to have a little bit of hood in him. You really cannot make this shit up, bro. Like, it's really something wrong with these females. But yeah, bro, another appeal to the bad boy hood nigga archetype is confidence and a nonchalant attitude. This thuggish persona typically comes with the sense of not caring. We all should know.
Be confident and don't be all up in your feelings. Be emotionally intelligent. You're gonna get all the girls you want and take care of yourself. You feel me? And that's gonna get you any girl that you please. I'm just being real.
That women are highly attracted to this type of nonchalant demeanor.
Women are very easy to figure out, but it seems to just like they're very easy to figure out, but it seems like it'd be the hardest shit for guys to figure out. Like,
And the reason why it works so well with like the thug archetype is because their actions typically disregard any type of authority. For instance, if you're in the car with a girl and you're going way past the speed limit, you're kind of cutting up, she's instantly going to be way more attracted to you because you don't care about the law. Unless you crash, then that nonchalant, I don't care aura is all out the window. Similarly, if you think about a guy that's just super square and he always does everything by the book, typically girls are going to...
know how to drive, because since the beginning of time, you feel me? Girls always been attracted to dudes that know how to drive. Bro, by no means in any way, shape, or form do I fuck with my dad, my mom's sperm donor. But the one thing I will tell you, because I didn't grow up with my dad, but the one thing that I will tell you that's a memory of me being 4 years old is that dude done ran from the cops backwards in reverse and got away. True story, bro. And my mom was in the car too, so she could tell you. You feel me? They done been shot at and all types of shit when I was when she was pregnant with me. But the memory that I do have is him running from the cops backwards. And you feel me? All my family always knew how to drive, so that shit, I think that shit just came natural to me. But again, I'm yapping, so let me press play.
way less attracted to that type of guy. I tried doing some research to find out why breaking the rules is generally considered cool, but I really couldn't find no definitive answer. I did see that it probably has a lot to do with confidence and nonconformity, which makes sense because confidence by itself is already an attractive trait, and nonconformity kind of communicates bravery because it's like you're not afraid to go against the crowd, which I think we can all agree is pretty cool. But the last major appeal of this like thug method is the media appeal. Like, bruh, this thuggish persona has been glamorized for like the last couple decades. It's literally in every form of medium, the movies, the music, and on social media. In literally every form of media, the bad boy lifestyle is like praised. And when females observe this, they kind of take it into real life. Think about it like they're being socialized to pick the guy who fits into this archetype. Like, logically speaking, you should pick the nigga who gets good grades and he maybe plays a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga with the actual future. But because of this socialization, females really don't factor in the long-term outcome. Not saying that all niggas who are regularly engaged.
The athletes do get the girls too. I think that was an L point. You feel me? The athletes with good grades do indeed get the girls too.
And criminal activity are gonna end up like bums, because we do have some outliers like Lil Baby, DeMar DeRozan, Tank, but it's definitely more risky to pick somebody like this, because if them niggas went so locked in, they could have had a whole different trajectory in life. Another piece of anecdotal evidence that I'll add to support this is that females with a more proper background aren't really as drawn into this thug demeanor. Like
Facts.
If a girl has a
facts, bro, that shit gives some girls the ick. You gotta find a balance. Like you know what I mean? Don't be a straight square. Like, be yourself. At the end of the day, be yourself. But don't let yourself be a straight square, and don't try to be something you're not, because they're not gonna be attracted to the thug max thing if you're not really that. Because females could sense if you're faking it or not, or faking anything. They can sense if you're being yourself. So just be yourself. Don't be a square. Don't be a straight bitch. You feel me? And stand on business, and everything that you say, make sure that happens. And you're gonna be straight.
And he works a nice office job, she's typically not gonna be attracted to a nigga that be working the block. I say typically, bro, because these females, like, sometimes they just can't fight that shit. They just still be fiending for, like, the overly street nigga. But yeah, bro, those are, like, the main reasons why being a thug is attractive. Now we gotta talk about why this thug maxing shit isn't a viable strategy. That shit is a short-term gimmick for short-term hoes. With that being said, let's get into the first reason. It attracts the wrong type of female. I want y'all to understand, bro. When you thug max, you're mostly gonna attract females that's into that type of lifestyle. This is a problem for so many different reasons, bro. Like, the quality of girl you get is gonna be heavily diminished. It's gonna be the type of girl that's literally into
Facts, bro. Fact. He's speaking right now.
toxicity and instability. I don't know about y'all, bro, but I don't like unnecessary problems in my life. I only want the type of problems to where I couldn't even avoid them, like a random ass flat tire. But this shit right here is heavily avoidable. You don't gotta talk to these type females. I know it's probably a young nigga watching this video thinking to himself, like, I'm willing to take any girl regardless of the problems, which is fine. Like, okay, I understand, like, you're gonna make that decision because you're young, but you're eventually gonna reach the same conclusion that it's not worth it. And then, bro, when you're dealing with these type of females, normally they're gonna be even more thuggish than you. Like, if you're
and that shit's gonna cause hella problems. Imagine you're out, right? Imagine you get one of these girls that's attracted to that. I'm not saying they're all like this, but there is instances like this. So you're out, right? You're walking past just random people. Someone does one little thing that she doesn't like, might not even be disrespectful, and she's gonna start yapping at that person. And then what? You're not gonna let your girl fight nobody. So she's gonna put you in a situation to where you're unnecessarily, you're getting in situations that are not necessary, that could have been de-escalated or not even started. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I said, they're gonna put you in situations you don't want to be in, and you might get your ass beat if you don't got them paws.
Caring a lot about how much of a thug you are, it's gonna come a point in time, bro, where she realizes she's more of a gangster than you. It might even be some simple shit like her wanting to smoke in your car, but you know, like, it's a lot of police around and you don't want to take that risk. And then she just realized from that point on, like, you're not like that for her. So you're not even really gonna be able to retain the girl unless you actually just become a criminal, which at that point it's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Like, you're way too deep in. No girl on the planet is worth that shit, let alone a girl who smokes back backwoods, has a horrible diet, and has terrible morals. But alright, the next reason why this shit isn't viable is it's a fake persona. This shit kind of ties into what I was saying previously, bro.
It's corny. It's corny, and the females will sense that you're faking that shit. I think that's
If
what
you're
he's about
not
to
really
say.
on that shit, you're gonna get exposed. Then you gotta think, bruh. These females are not slow. They're gonna be able to tell that you're putting on an act. Like, bruh, I promise you, you're not a good enough actor to pull off the thug maxing. Even if you only thug max on Instagram, bruh, because when you meet them in real life, it's gonna be incongruent. But if you're doing this shit in person, it's so much worse. Like, you're gonna go out bad in real time because the females are gonna see that you're putting on an act, and that shows a lack of confidence in your actual personality. And since we know that confidence is one of the top attractive traits, it's obviously gonna lead you to getting way less girls. And you also gotta think about the niggas who are actually thugs. Like, bruh, if you're in school right now and you just come in the next day trying to be like young boy, the niggas who are actually in the trenches are gonna see that shit. And they're not gonna let that shit slide, bruh. The actual thugs, it's like, that's their whole thing. So they're not just finna let you culture vulture that shit. They're literally gonna treat
That
you.
little
It's
table,
like, that's their whole.
that little glass table right there. I think that when I move in August, I'm either gonna move to LA or Houston. This is the first time I'll let y'all know. I think that is for sure that the coffee table. That's for sure the coffee table that I want. That shit's hard. I've been eyeing that shit for like a cool year now. And I went to my friend Millie's house or his dad's crib out in LA this past weekend. And you feel me? That table was right there and it caught my attention again. So I might need that. That shit's hard. It's just a simple little piece, but you feel me? With like everything that I have in my mind, how my apartment's gonna be, that shit does look perfect.
So they're not just finna let you culture vulture that shit. They're literally gonna treat you like how the industry be treating Drake. And I shouldn't have to tell you how embarrassing that is for the real street niggas to get on your ass in front of the hoes. Like, bruh, it's no coming back from that shit. You literally gotta change schools or you just gotta become King Von. But nah, though, the next reason why this thug maxing shit really isn't a viable option is because it's not a sustainable identity. Like, bro, really ask yourself, am I finna be thug maxing into my 30s and 40s? Like, really think about what a 30 and 40-year-old thug looks like. I'm not talking about the outlaw.
That shit do be cringe. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I can't see myself sagging my pants 30 years old, even 28 years old. I can't see myself sagging my pants, which I don't even sag now. And it ain't shit wrong with skinny jeans, but even that, like, I cannot wear that shit no more. Like, I feel cringe. Like, I just feel out of place when I put some skinny jeans on in 2025. I just feel too grown for that. That used to be my drip. That used to be my drip in high school. But your boy just... all I'm trying to say is 35-year-old with the pants sagging off the ass and shit like that, that's cringe. So... might as well switch it now.
Future or Lil Baby. Genuinely picture a regular nigga still trying to be hard. It's like, please get that shit up. Go start a family or some shit. It gets to the point where it's kind of sad. Like, damn, this nigga is still acting like a young nigga. Like, bro, you're 30 years old. Why are you wearing a shiesty? Keeping this in mind, bro, thug maxing is really only cool to females from like high school to maybe the end of college. So it's really no point in even going down that path because all the females are gonna outgrow you within a couple of years. It's like, bro, you'll win in the short term of like maybe high school and the beginning of college, but when you're actually an adult, the females aren't finna be fucking with that thug maxing shit. But yeah, bro, the last reason why this shit isn't viable is, in the long term, thug maxing is just inferior to standard self-improvement. Instead of trying to fake a tough guy persona, it would benefit you infinitely more to build true confidence, social skills, and success. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, earlier in the video, you was just saying how thugs are attractive to women. But look, bro, if you go back to the main reasons why thugs are attractive, you'll realize that you don't actually have to thug max to display those traits. I mean, come on now, bro. Physical dominance, confidence, non-conformity. You don't gotta go throw your entire life away to display these traits. In fact, you being true to yourself shows more non-conformity and confidence. So instead of doing this shit, bro, literally just focus on the baseline self-improvement shit. Going to the gym, reading a couple books, nothing overly extreme. But yeah, bro, in conclusion, thug maxing might get you some short-term attention, but it's not really a successful long-term method. Instead of faking your whole personality in life, maybe just try to be the best version of yourself. But alright, bro, that's all I got for this one.
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get on to the next one. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Go to the description where I got my Instagram and my other main channel. I mean, you feel me? My main channel where I'll be doing the vlogs. I'm active over there too. That is the channel that will probably blow up before this one. I love y'all. Like I said, I am out. I'm finna get on to the next one and do them things I just told you. Please. Please.